What is empathy? This is the question that has plagued humanity since we could accept thought. What is empathy? Why does meaning matter? These existential questions that keep us up at night. Well, I've done a deep dive into empathy, and while I can't cover every single aspect in a short video, hopefully we can at least chip away at the block. There are three different types of empathy: cognitive, emotions which you can logically construct and make sense of; affective, emotions which you can feel internally as a chemical reaction; and performative, emotions which spur you to take action, such as helping another individual or compassion. When we talk about empathy, the biggest question that comes up is, what happens to a person who doesn't have empathy? Do they become serial killers? Are they psychopaths? Is it ingrained? Is there any overlap between different styles of empathy? Do our choices matter? It's deep stuff, isn't it? There's also an overlap between developmental trauma and empathy and social skills and autism, and that's where it gets even murkier. So we add attachment issues into the mix. Hello, I have inhibited reactive attachment disorder that was diagnosed. And suddenly the line between environment and construction is blurred, because when we do experience traumas at a young age, it does stunt our social development. So it's important not to fixate on social skills early on if a child is rescued from a distressing environment. Reintegration into the community involves social play, activities, and the like. But what about somebody like Nick Cruz, the Parkland shooter? There's a link down below to the psychiatric assessment of his if you're interested in watching that as well. He very clearly lacks effective and performative empathy, but he does demonstrate cognitive empathy. So there is some form of emotional self-referentialism occurring within him. It is just entirely contained within his being. So having empathy isn't what makes people good, because good people with empathy commit bad actions all the time. I am a peaceful person now. I was not always. As a child, I was involved in armed violence. I committed crimes. I freely admit that. I feel remorse. But now I can choose another way. I posit that we are the sum of our experiences and our behaviors, and that behavior is something that is under our own self-control, so we can choose a non-violent response. Thanks for listening, and I hope you have a great day. And just in case you haven't, get up and make a little coffee or drink some water or dance in your chair.